Hi everyone. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about Mira's case and how her family, her social network, and her community supports all influence her recovery. One thing we know from research is that relationship has major impact on both physical and emotional well-being. Mayer's 2019 points out that strengthening relationship skills is essential for long-term health, and Murray, Ross, and Cannon 2021 describe relationships as existing on a continuum from healthy and supportive to strained or even unsafe. Mira's relationship fall at different points along that continuum, and that's why they play such a big role in her recovery process. I'll start with Mira's family. Her family clearly cares about her. And that kind of emotional support can be incredibly protective. When family members listen, show empathy, and offer consistent encouragement, it can help regulate her stress response and give her a sense of stability. Nathan and Ken's review on personal relationships shows that strong family bonds can buffer against anxiety and depression, especially during difficult periods. So when Mira feels understood and supported by her family, it can help her stay engaged in treatment or and feel less overwhelmed. But her family also has moments where their reactions might unintentionally hinder her recovery. Sometimes family members minimize her feelings or expect her to move on quickly. And that can push the relationship toward the unhealthy end of the continuum, described by Murray and colleagues. These strained interactions can increase Mira's stress, make her feel misunderstood, or even cause her to withdraw. Mm. So her family system is both a potential source of strength and a potential barrier, depending on how emotionally safe and supportive those interactions are. That's the reality of family dynamics. They can lift someone up or make healing harder. Next, I want to talk about Mira's social support network, which includes her friends and coworkers. Social networks outside the family influential, can be just as influential. Positive peer relationship can offer encouragement, validation, and sense of belonging. Nathan and Ken's research shows that supportive friendship help regulate stress responses and improve mental health. When Mira feels understood by her friends and supported by coworkers, she's more likely to stay hopeful and motivated in her recovery. Friends can help her feel less isolated, and coworkers can provide routine and stability, which are both important for emotional regulation. But not all social interactions are helpful. If Mira has friends who dismiss her feelings, encourage unhealthy coping, and add drama to her life, those relationships fall on the strength end of the continuum and can make recovery harder. Work colleagues may also contribute to stress if her workplace lacks support or flexibility. So Her social network can either lift her up or weigh her down, depending on the quality of those relationships and how they impact her day-to-day functioning. This is exactly what Murray and colleagues mean when they describe relationships quality as a spectrum. Some of Mira's social connections help her heal, while others may also slow her progress. Community support is another major factor in Mira's healing. Her church community, neighbors, and local agencies can provide emotional comfort, spiritual grounding, and practical help. Mayer's 2019 emphasizes that community relationships strengthen resilience and reduce isolation. Murray and colleagues also highlight that healthy community relationships promote safety, belonging, and emotional stability. Three Mira, three things really needs right now. Church members might offer meals, prayer support, or transportation. Neighbors might check in on her or help with daily tasks. Community agencies can connect her to counseling, financial assistance, or support groups. All of this support can reduce her stress and help Mira feel like she is not facing her challenge or challenges alone. But community support can also become a barrier if people give conflicting advice, pressure her to be strong, or unintentionally shame her for struggling. Some community involvement needs to be consistent, supportive, and aligned with her goals. When community relationships fall unhealthy end of the continuum, they can be incredibly protective. When they fall on the strain end, they can add stress instead of relief. As Mira's social worker, my role is to advocate for her well-being using the NASW Code of Ethics and research-based best practice or best practices. First, I will focus on the dignity and worth of the person by making sure Mira feels heard, respected, and empowered in every session. I will help her identify her strength and remind her that recovery is not linear. I will also emphasize the importance of human relationships, which is a core of value in the NASW Code of Ethics. That means helping Mira strength, supportive connections, and set boundaries with relationships that falls on the unhealthy end of continuum. I will work with I will work with her to identify which relationships feel safe, which ones feels draining, and how she can protect her emotional energy while still staying connected to people who genuinely support her. In terms of competence and evidence-based practice, I will use research-based strategies from Mayers, Nathans, and Kant, and Murray and colleagues to guide interventions. I will, these might include relationship building skills, stress management techniques, and referrals to community resources. I will also advocate for her by coordinating with her family, workplace, church, and community agencies to make her to make sure her to make sure she receive consistent support. Advocacy might involve helping her access mental health services, support groups, or financial assistance depending on her needs. Finally, I want to talk about how community stakeholders can collaborate to support clients like Mira. One example is school, churches, and mental health agency partnering to create support groups for people dealing with stress or trauma. These groups can offer education, coping skills, and emotional support, and they can help people feel less isolated. Another example is local businesses working with healthcare providers to offer wellness programs, stress management workshops, or community health fairs. These programs can help people learn practical skills for managing stress and improving their overall well being. A third example is neighbor, neighborhood associations partnering with nonprofit to organize community events or mentorship programs that help people feel connected and supported. These kind of collaborations promote human flourishing and strengthening social ties and creating a community culture that supports healing. Murray and colleagues continue model can guide these efforts by helping stakeholders understand what healthy relationship look like and how to promote them. To conclude with this presentation, I would like to say that Mira's case shows how deeply family dynamics, social network, and community support shape recovery. When these systems work together, they create powerful foundation for healing. As social worker, our role is to help clients strengthen support relationship, access community resources, and feel empowered in their recovery journey. Mira's story reminds us that healing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through connection, compassion, and community. Thank you.